Right, recording started.
Nice. How is the weather
Oh my
in
gosh,
New York? Is the snow
it's
still?
crazy. Yeah, it's not going away anytime soon. It's snowbanks all along the roads, multiple feet high. It's pretty crazy. It doesn't snow like this anymore until now.
Oh my gosh. And it's like just wait, people are just waiting until it
It's
melts.
just
Is that the plan?
yeah, but it's not. It's getting colder in the next week, so it's not. It's just turning to ice now.
That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah. I feel like we haven't had an actual winter here in years with snow, so it's back.
Oh my gosh. We haven't had any snow yet this year, so
Do you typically get much snow?
usually it's like at least one decent snowstorm per year or like ice, like some kind of event, but Um, so far it's been just rain all winter. So
Mm,
yeah. All right, we can start letting
let's do
people in.
it. Yep.
So, all right. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
We'll give it a few minutes to let more people join. We might have a kind of small crowd today, since this is the later session. Um, and we probably won't get as many hotels from other parts of the world, but we'll still just give it a few minutes. If you want to say hello in the chat, just let us know where you're dialing in from.
It's nice to have the small group. We'll have more time for questions at the end.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe just another minute. We can
Yeah.
get started.
Someday I'm gonna get some music going
Yeah, we need it.
for the first part of these, but it's so quiet. All right, maybe we can just get started.
Let's do it.
Um, and I will introduce myself and say hello. My name is Nikki Wiesenfeld. I am a business development manager and hotel community manager at the Michelin Guide and Tablet Hotels. I am based in Portland, Oregon, and I have been with the company for 18 years. I manage markets on the west coast of the US and also Germany and Iceland. So excited to have you guys here today, even though it's a small group, and just hopefully help you learn a little bit more about our business and kind of how we work. So, Kat, if you want to say hello as well.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. My name is Kat Aid, and I'm a business development manager based in New York City. I've been with the Michelin Guide and Tablet not nearly as long as Nikki. I'm going on my 8th year now, and I oversee our partnerships in a variety of markets, including New York and the southeastern US, as well as Portugal, the Middle East, and the Caribbean. So yeah, thank you all for being here. We're super excited to show you our webinar. So we'll go ahead
And
and get started.
I will say also, so we are recording this, and we'll post the recording after it's completed. So if you want to send it to any of your colleagues, feel free. Also, we should have time for questions at the end, but also if you want to just raise your hand or leave a question in the chat while we're talking, that's totally fine too.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead,
Thank you,
Kat.
Nikki. Okay, so on our business development team, we are in constant conversation with hoteliers, talking about how we can maximize the value of our partnership. And we really represent an incredibly diverse selection of hotels, but we know that it's to the advantage of all of our hotel partners to really understand the specific actions that you can take to optimize production, while at the same time ensuring that your hotel stands out on our platforms. So to support our hotel partners, we put together this presentation to tell you a bit about who we are, how we work, and to give you an overview of all the tools and programs that are available to you. I'm gonna go to the next. Yep, so first, just a bit of background on our company. So the Michelin Guide, in its original form as the Red Book, has been around for more than 120 years. And in fact, when it was first published, it was hotels, not restaurants, that were featured in the guide. The Red Book was originally created to encourage French motorists to drive more, specifically on their Michelin tires, and it helped them to find hotels and even mechanics and gas stations along the route. So we've evolved quite a bit since then, but here you can see that original Red Guide from 1900. I'll go to the next. Okay, and it's of course the restaurant selection that ultimately made the Michelin Guide famous and introduced the iconic star rating system in what is now widely considered really the gold standard reference guide. So Michelin is truly a legacy brand that over the past 125 years has become a household name synonymous with excellence. Okay, and Tablet was born in the year 2000 on the premise that the OTA landscape had become oversaturated with these massive and kind of mediocre platforms, so that the process of travel planning often felt overwhelming. So Tablet came along with this goal to help our customers cut through the noise by only featuring the best of the best hotels from all over the world across styles and budgets. We're proud to call ourselves the original boutique hotel curator. And while the industry and OTA landscape has changed so much over the past 25 years, our original goal is still at the heart of what we do. We're supporting our users in their search to find and book incredible hotels that they may not have otherwise found on their own, so that their entire experience is inspiring from the planning phase all the way to checkout. We just passed the 25th anniversary of Tablet, and we're now approaching 8 years since Tablet was acquired by Michelin. But prior to that time, Tablet and Michelin were two separate companies that shared this similar mission and passion for showcasing the very best in hospitality. So when we joined forces in 2018, we combined that passion and curatorial expertise to present the official hotel selection of the Michelin Guide and Tablet hotels. So this means we have a single hotel selection that can be found on both brand platforms, and our users can find and book our hotel recommendations through either the Michelin Guide or Tablet Hotels platforms. But on the Michelin Guide platform, our users find our hotel selection directly alongside our esteemed restaurant selection. And later in this presentation, Nikki's going to tell you a bit more about what that means for our hotel partners. But the bottom line here, exceptional curation and our ability to provide trusted recommendations are fundamental to what we do. So here, each hotel featured in our selection has been handpicked by a dedicated team comprised of individuals known as hotel inspectors. The inspectors are full-time employees, and they work anonymously and independently from the commercial teams to ensure total impartiality. And their curation decisions are made based on the criteria that you see here. So they evaluate hotels according to their excellence in interior design and architecture, their individualism and personality, their consistency in providing high quality service, comfort, and overall maintenance, the hotel's contribution to the local experience, and whether the hotel delivers an extraordinary experience for its price. The inspectors also give special consideration to hotels that provide high quality food experiences, especially hotels with Michelin star restaurants or restaurants identified as having star potential. And they pay close attention to hotels demonstrating a strong commitment to environmental and community sustainability. Just to really emphasize the role of these criteria in our curation, these are the same criteria that our inspectors consider when evaluating hotels for potential Michelin key recognition. And this ensures consistency and that our Michelin key distinction, with a hierarchy of 1, 2, or 3 keys, highlights an exceptional collection of hotels within what is already a highly selective portfolio. So the inspector's evaluation notes and their feedback on these criteria are completely confidential. They're not shared with our team, although admittedly I wish they were. And their evaluation process requires that initial evaluation and reevaluation for every hotel we feature on an ongoing basis. So our selection is continually validated and updated. Take the next slide, please. Okay, so here you can see exactly where our hotel selection lives. As you know, each of your hotels has a dedicated listing and is bookable on both the tablet and Michelin Guide websites, as well as the tablet and Michelin Guide branded iOS and Android apps. So if you haven't done so already, definitely take a moment after this webinar to download the Michelin Guide app and pull up your hotel's listing so that you can see your hotel exactly the way our customers do. But just like the hotel selection itself is identical on both brand platforms, all of the hotel information you provide to us, your amenities, policies, rates, and availability. This data displays on both platforms in a similar way and is based on what is loaded in our extranet and sent via your channel manager. So when you receive a booking from our channel, we'll notify you in the same way, regardless of which platform it originates from. And you'll see the specific brand indicated within the booking notifications we send to you. But what this means for our hotel partners is that you're benefiting from two distinct brand platforms managed through a single channel so that we reach an even wider audience to promote your hotel. And both platforms are designed to be intuitive and professionally simple, so users aren't distracted by ads, or banners, or pop-ups. The focus is really on our incredible hotel selection. Go to the next. Okay, so you can get an idea on these next couple of slides just how wide our reach is for both brands. So you can see that the Michelin brand is operating on a vast scale, and this reflects our global notoriety. The Michelin Guide can claim over 40 million website visits per year and an impressive social media presence with a combined following of over 4 million followers on multiple platforms and 2.5 million app installs so far. And on the next slide, you can see on tablet, we have over 500,000 active email subscribers, over 4 million site visits per year, and a strong social media presence with currently about 212,000 followers on Instagram and 250,000 app installs. So these numbers just give you a sense of our reach and influence, but really highlighting that the Michelin Guide audience is vast and international. So now I'll turn it over to Nikki to tell you about what makes us stand out.
Thank you, Kat. So we've talked a little bit about who we are, but we also want to speak on kind of what makes us different from other OTAs. So of course, first and foremost, we are a curation. So we differ from some of the larger OTAs in that way. But we also have this unique element of a restaurant selection within the Michelin Guide. So your hotel is listed on the Michelin Guide and bookable alongside all of the restaurants that have been selected for the Michelin Guide as well. And with these two sections or factions, when users search for restaurants, we're able to expose them to hotels and vice versa. So we know that restaurants get searched for at a much higher frequency, and the user base is mainly coming from the restaurant guide, but we're also able, again, to expose them to hotels that are nearby or that might be related to the restaurant. And it's really an opportunity to use that audience and use that traffic to introduce them to your hotels and have them book your hotels. So it's great because there's this kind of constant traffic. You saw the traffic and audience numbers from Michelin. So there's this great way to have this organic user base that is exposed to these hotels. And with that crossover, just some data for you from our own data. We know that 49% of Michelin Guide website users that looked at a hotel page in Northern Europe also looked at a nearby restaurant in the same session. So we know that there is that crossover, and we'll talk a little bit more later about a specific user that is a nice example of that crossover as well. And then we also know that as the guide is expanding in new locations with restaurants, we see more and more traffic and more users who are looking at and booking hotels. So as we announce Michelin stars for restaurants, we've seen an increase in bookings as those come out. So really the main goal of Michelin's acquisition of Tablet and having this hotel selection was to be able to introduce hotels to their existing user base. And we now are currently at about 30% of bookings are coming from this organic user base, which is really great because these are people who are already interested. They are organic. They're not looking for just one-off bookings. We're really able to introduce them to the brand and to your wonderful hotels. And we're unique in the fact that no other OTA has this access to this audience and has this restaurant component. Um, Another thing that helps us stand out a bit is that we have an editorial aspect where we bring together our lifestyle components. So really highlighting the best in hospitality for both hotels and restaurants. We have an in-house editorial team who also write all of our hotel descriptions for your hotel pages. And we often do features on specific hotels, hotel groups, or destinations. This is really another way to capture users who are interested in hospitality and this travel lifestyle content, and really keep them engaged as loyal hotel clients. And then also to, of course, provide more visibility to our partner hotels through these features. Talked a little bit about our users and what they're looking for, but I also want to go in a little bit of a deep dive. So we kind of like to tell you that we're not your typical OTA and our users are not your typical hotel guests. So you can kind of see some of the numbers. We have just our broader user base, the number of accounts that we have, and then we have our Plus members who are our VIP paying members. We'll talk more about Plus in a minute. And then we also have a large component of pro agents. So these are independent travel advisors who are using our site to book for their clients. So kind of these three facets that make up our users. Generally, our users are affluent and well-traveled. They book a higher ADR than the global average, and they are very engaged. They want more than just a hotel, a bed to sleep in. They want to be wowed. They really care about where they stay, and that is, part of their travel
On the
experience.
call. Sorry. Do you need something before the call, before your 10:30?
I'm sorry, I'm hearing a little, maybe if you could make sure to mute yourself, that would be great, everyone. So yeah, so as I was saying that they really care about where they stay. The selection of what hotel they stay in is an important part of their travel experience. So they're not just booking a random hotel. Maybe not even location is as important. It's really about the experience of the hotel. The largest number of our users are in the US, and then so it's about 55%, and then about 30% in Europe. And then the top cities that account for about a quarter of our website traffic are New York, Los Angeles, London, San Francisco, and Paris. And as I said, our users are very affluent. They tend to range between ages 25 and 44. They're highly educated, high household income, and they are, again, very engaged with our brands. They let us know when they like hotels and when they don't, and they're willing to spend a little bit more money for that wonderful hotel experience. They are obviously, of course, interested in food and gastronomy, and interested in having these great experiences along with their hotel stay. So now that we have covered a little bit about who our clients are, Kat's gonna take the mic again and talk about how you can best optimize your listing and convert as many bookings as possible from these wonderful users.
Yes, thank you, Nikki. We'll go right into the next slide then. Okay, so when we talk about what drives our conversion rate, it really comes down to three fundamental concepts above all else. The first is competitive pricing. We know that being in parity with other channels is essential, and that's regardless of the client's budget. No one wants to pay a premium for exactly the same product, and we know this to be the case even for affluent travelers who regularly book a high ADR. Our clients are savvy and they're conscious of pricing and value, and so many of our users really prefer to book with us, but we know that they're exploring their options before they hit confirm. So that's why if they find a lower rate with the same inclusions offered elsewhere, it's not at all uncommon for them to reach out to us for a rate match. So with that in mind, we offer many avenues to keep your rates in parity and your pricing competitive, things like gated members only rates and dedicated sales that include marketing and enhanced visibility. That next pillar driving our conversion rate is participation in our Plus program. We feel strongly that it's our job to make our clients feel special, to address their needs. And one of the primary ways that we do this is by guaranteeing special benefits and attractive privileges to our loyal users through Plus. And that third pillar is our ability to promise and fulfill incredible hotel experiences. We attract our users with our commitment to curation, and we retain their trust and build loyalty by delivering on our recommendations. And our users then validate that through their feedback. So before they book, our clients want to know that the previous guests were satisfied with their stay, and we want to ensure that our users will return to book with us again and again. So curation and user feedback really go hand in hand in perpetuating exceptional experiences and building user loyalty. Take the next slide. Okay, so now digging a little bit deeper into that first pillar, competitive pricing, we have a variety of promotional rate plans that you can take advantage of. So the first are public sales. These are offers that are available to every visitor on the site. And because of that, they'll reach the largest audience. So typically these are going to be set up as flash or limited time sales. And these offers are more likely to be featured in our newsletters and marketing campaigns. So definitely keep that in mind if you're looking for additional visibility. Next are member rates. These are a great option if you're looking to create a private or opaque offer. This is the most popular option for deeper discounts, or if you prefer to have a long-standing offer, because these rates won't be visible on metasearch. And our Plus member rates, these are very similar to our member rates. The difference here is that these are only available to our paying Plus members. So there's another layer of added privacy that targets our most valuable clients. And these rates typically feature an additional 5 to 10% discount beyond the member rate if both are being offered, because Plus members will already have access to a standard member rate. And not pictured here, I just want to mention that you also have the ability to create mobile-only rates, so rates that are visible only while browsing on mobile devices and, of course, on our apps. Go to the next, please. Okay, so the best way to secure a guaranteed additional visibility, again, is by creating a special offer that is exclusive to our channels. We have an ongoing exclusive sale campaign that includes free marketing opportunities, like inclusion in our newsletter. And again, it's received by more than 500,000 subscribers, as well as some social media exposure included, and the potential for additional highlighting directly on the Tablet and Michelin Guide homepages. And I want to emphasize the power of an exclusive rate in this webinar because it's an especially effective tool for our new hotel partners to increase their visibility. Many of our clients will be seeing your hotel for the first time. So I'll go ahead and pass it back to Nikki and tell you about Plus.
Great, thanks. So another suggestion to increase your conversion is to join our Plus program. You are probably at least somewhat familiar with Plus, but if not, it is our VIP program where participating hotels offer value-added amenities to our paying members. And in exchange, you receive expanded marketing opportunities and priority ranking. So we know with all of the options out there of places to book and to stay, Plus is really a nice way to get more than just these one-off bookings and guests. It's more than even a kind of a big box loyalty program or a one-size-fits-all loyalty program. It really allows you to access our loyal users who will come back again and again. Again, you've probably already been invited to join the Plus selection, and whether or not you joined, this is a good time to kind of learn a bit more about it. So as I said, the program means offering VIP level benefits to our paying members, and these perks can be tailored based on what your property can offer. So again, it's not it's more flexible maybe than some other loyalty programs. And by joining Plus, you receive additional marketing and visibility. You receive priority ranking in destination search pages, a Plus icon to differentiate you from non-Plus properties, and you will also get a guaranteed feature on our Instagram page, in our magazine and newsletter. You also get access to VIP account support and a hotel dashboard that gives you on-demand production and market information. So we're well aware again that the industry landscape is saturated with loyalty programs, and it's for good reason. It's much more cost effective to invest in retaining guests rather than try to get new guests, especially when you're competing with the marketing dollars of some of these larger OTAs or hotel brands. So one of the best things about Plus is that it's not about points accrual or a templated loyalty model. It's really a collection of amazing hotels all over the world offering really great and unique benefits to members. And it really allows you to be part of something. And we really do encourage hotels to offer amenities if they can that are unique to their property or their location, or that might kind of help boost the guest experience in one way or another. And then speaking of being a part of something and being a part of this collective, we're excited that we've recently hit the milestone of 1,500 Plus hotels. So, if you're already in Plus or if you're thinking of joining the program, you'll be in good company with thousands of other properties. And then in addition to the marketing benefits that I mentioned before, you also get prime access to our VIP members. These are really the ideal guests. They are the ones that are loyal, they're willing to spend more money, both on higher room categories, but also on shopping and wellness and food and beverage during their stay. Plus members are typically in the top 1% highest income earners. They are very frequent travelers. They travel 8 times more than the average US adult. We are currently just shy of 30,000 Plus members who, again, are paying a membership fee of $99 per year. The majority of these members are booking premium room categories, and Plus ADR from Plus members is 13% higher than our non-Plus users, which means that they, again, spend more money overall. They also are loyal to Plus. So 68% of bookings by Plus members are for Plus hotels, and that just shows that they are really seeking out most of the time hotels that are offering them the benefits over other non-Plus properties. They also are, rebooking at the same Plus hotels and repeatedly booking Plus hotels as well. And then finally, just speaking of loyalty as well, 85% of Plus members renew after their first year, and 55% of Plus members have been around for more than 3 years. So they are dedicated, they are, kind of locked in to the Plus program and renewing their membership and using us to book and booking at Plus hotels. So this is really the audience that you want to have on your side, that you want to be booking your property. And as I teased before, this is just kind of an example of one of our Plus members who signed up through the Michelin Guide. This is James. He has been a member for, now almost 5 years. He is truly living the life that I want to be living, traveling all over the world to these amazing places, booking primarily at key properties. So really using that as a guide and using those distinctions as a way to book. And then also he is a kind of an example of one of those crossover users, because he has I think it's almost 200 favorited restaurants on the Michelin Guide site. So he is someone who is very engaged and interested in the restaurant selection, and then obviously is part of the Plus program and booking hotels as well. So it's a good illustration and example of just one of many users who are interested in both restaurants and hotels. Moving on from Plus, want to talk a little bit about the final pillar of optimizing your conversion rate. So we kind of call it this incredible guest experience from booking and beyond. We know that the entire experience includes the booking experience from finding your hotel to the booking process, the stay, and then even beyond that. So when we talk about the booking process, we want to make sure that we have updated content, photos, amenities, and policies so that everything that our users see for your hotel is accurate and on par with what they will receive when they're guests at your hotel. This is, something that we it's very important to have our users get what they see, essentially. So I know Kat mentioned it before, but we highly encourage you to make sure you're regularly looking at your listing and making sure everything is updated and correct. And if anything needs to be changed, you can let us know. And then this is, of course, to ensure that our clients have a great stay, but also that they leave a good review. So our users absolutely rely on us for trusted recommendations, but they also do look to their peer reviews from like-minded users when they make a decision about where to book. So it's pretty obvious, but the better your reviews, the higher your score, and the more likely you are to convert. About that feedback score. So after a guest stay is completed, we send an email to the guest requesting their feedback. Once your hotel has 3 or more reviews that have been published, the hotel will get a score out of 20. This is an important part of the booking experience, as we know, again, that our users really trust their peers and their reviews. And then it also helps us ensure that the hotels in our selection are still living up to the standard that they were at when they were first included or accepted. So it's very important to pay attention to your reviews. We have a remarkable, diverse, well-traveled team of travel specialists, and they are the ones who are supporting our clients before, during, and after their reservations. They really are really wonderful. They are providing essentially concierge grade service to our users, and they develop meaningful and trusting relationships with both our users and hotels. Their interactions vary from helping clients choose a hotel, sometimes a restaurant during their trips. They help troubleshoot any challenges they might have during their stay, and they also may follow up with a hotel with feedback after the stay. A good tip here is that if you do hear from our travel specialist team after a stay, they generally will reach out prior to publishing a negative review. So do be on the lookout for any correspondence from that team, and if there's any misunderstandings or challenges that may have come up, it's best to hopefully resolve those before having a piece of negative feedback that could impact your review and your score. And just to wrap up this section, I wanted to kind of boil down all this information into the main points. These are kind of the pillars, as Kat said, of optimizing your conversion, but all of the unique aspects of our brand and business. This is kind of like the secret sauce that helps us maintain successful partnerships. So it also helps keep our clients coming back and helps bring you more bookings. We have our Plus program, our competitive pricing and sale campaigns, our relentless dedication to a curation, service, and user experience. And all of these ingredients are the things that will help you succeed and have you get more bookings and get more wonderful guests. And really, the main point, what it boils down to, is how you join with us and how you work with us to achieve success is just as important as what we are doing. So it's really a two-way street. And then Kat is going to take over from here to wrap up.
Yep. So we'll take a look at a few events and opportunities on the horizon. Thank you, Nikki. Okay, so now we've talked about what you can do to maximize our partnership. And I'd also like to highlight a couple of things on our calendar. So we mentioned our exclusive sale campaign, highlighting exclusive rates and providing additional visibility. And our next sale starts on Monday, on the 2nd. And it's not too late to participate either. So I see Nikki has just posted a link in the chat. Thank you, Nikki. You can follow that link to sign up either for this next booking window starting Monday or any of our future sale dates. Through that link, you'll be able to review our full sale calendar, and you can select your preferred dates and customize an offer directly through the form. This campaign requires a rate that is, again, exclusive to our channel. It should be bookable for a short 2-week window. And again, the hotels that participate are guaranteed that additional marketing and visibility. So definitely take a look, and we would love for you all to join. Also on the horizon is our upcoming Travel Week series. Since 2022, we've held an annual Travel Week, which is basically a virtual summit bringing together our hotel community to learn more about our business, discuss trends and flashpoints in the industry. And this year's Travel Week will be presented as a series beginning on February 9th and running through the 27th. Just to give you a sense of what the topics and conversations will be like, you can expect a deep dive into our data and trends, content around the Michelin Key, and roundtable discussions with industry experts. So we'll have fresh content, new findings, and the most current data to share with you then. You may have already received an invite, but if you haven't, I think, Nikki, you may have just added the link in the chat. You can use that link to RSVP to the sessions that interest you most. Go to the next slide. Okay, so we're approaching the end here. Thank you all for sticking with us. We've covered a lot, but just to bring everything back to optimizing the partnership, we've put together this simple checklist for a bit of a refresher. So I hope you'll all take a moment today to make sure your rates are in parity, to check out our sales, maybe sign up using that link, and that you'll consider enrolling in Plus if you're not already participating. And of course, you can always reach out to your dedicated business development manager for more tailored recommendations. But with that, we've reached the end. So we'll go ahead and open up the floor to our hotel partners. Please feel free to unmute your microphone or drop some questions or comments in the chat. Ask away.
I know one question that we have been getting a lot more recently that is not currently in this presentation is about billing information.
Yes.
So we work on a standard OTA model, so we do not use virtual credit cards or anything like that. We pass along the guest's credit card information. And you are then free to charge the card a booking, or depending on the policy, on arrival. And then you sell us commissionable rates, and then we invoice you after the stay for that commission on a monthly basis. So I know that's just a question I get a lot. So
Yeah,
it's good to
definitely
know. I know it's a lot of information. As I said before, we are recording this. So we will post the recording if you do want to share any of the session with anyone, any of your colleagues. We're also we will be posting the PDF version of the slides on the same page as the recording. So you're always welcome to go back and review that. You can also, if you have any questions that might come up after the session, you can reach out to your business development manager, or you can email this address. If you're not sure who that person is, you can email that address, hotel-partnerships@tablethotels.com, and your business development manager will get back to you with anything you might need. Right?
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks
so much. All right, well, won't take any more time. We'll say goodbye here. And again, let us know if you need anything else. And again, thanks so much for joining.
Great,
Thank you,
thanks.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.